Hey everybody, this is your guy, Mr. Tannen. I'm just back here with another Screencastify video. So I wanted to explain what I thought a video would be best to give some explanation about this trigonometric selfie or image assignment for those who are caught up. So I'm going to show you something here. So I took this photo, and it's actually an old photo, but you see there's Mr. Tannen on the screen. And what I did is I stood and I measured just by using my feet. I just counted because I know my foot is about 1 foot measurement. And I calculated just by sort of walking this distance that I was 15 feet away from this building. And then I had a friend take a photo of me because what I decided to do was I went home and I decided, could I estimate the height of this building using trigonometry? So, I was obviously assuming, right, most buildings, these walls are about 90-degree angles with the ground because otherwise they would be leaning, which I don't think is good engineering, good structural engineering. But what this allowed, just by me measuring this 15 feet, what I could then do was I could put this into a website, which I'll show you in a second, called GeoGebra. I just put points of a triangle here. And what this allows me to do is it pops up here with the angle measurement, which it gives me tons of decimal places, but it's about 48.5 degrees. Because now, if I know this 15 feet and I know this angle measure of angle, what they call C here, I could set up an equation, and because I'm trying to find the height of the building as a first step, I know tangent of this angle, the tangent of this 48.5 degree angle would have to equal this height over this. So since I now know the angle measure and this length, I only have one variable. So I just set up this simple equation you can see here. The tangent of the angle measure, which was given to me, I'll show you how to do that in a second, equals the height of the building over 15. And this is in feet. So then I just multiplied both sides by 15 I switched the sides of the equation. The height equals 15 times that tangent measure, which then I just plugged into my calculator, and I found that the height of the building was about 17 feet. Which seems like a reasonable answer. Obviously, there's a lot of room for error here, just because of maybe the angle the photo was taken at, that sort of thing. But it's a relatively reasonable measurement. I can just tell by the angle of some of these sidewalk panes that maybe I should have moved a little. Whoever was taking the photo should have moved a little bit more to the right. So maybe this is a little bit of an underestimate, but it's still reasonable. What I would then do is I wouldn't stop there, because now that I've gotten this, well, I could use the Pythagorean theorem to easily find the length of the hypotenuse. I could also just use the fact that a triangle is 180 degrees to find this angle. Although I could also use a sine measurement. Now that I have the height, I could use the sine of 48.5 equals this about 17 feet over the hypotenuse. And then I could set up an equation and calculate that. Or I could use cosine. Since I already knew the 15 feet, I could have just gotten this right away, the adjacent from this angle over the hypotenuse. So that's sort of an opportunity for you. So let me walk you through, maybe I'll end this video now and then I'll walk you through how to do GeoGebra. Let me hit stop.